All right, y'all. So look, this is episode. I can't take myself seriously. It's episode 177. I mean, I try so hard. I try so hard, but once I'm in front of the camera with other people, I just become a goofball. So anyway, yeah, this episode 177. We are talking about the Meg the Stallion trial. Um, y'all like, okay, what have y'all heard thus far?
I heard that she's petty, bougie, and ratchet.
This no, my fucking wow, 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 mm.
Oh, and she's a savage.
Wow. Wow. This guy. Wow. Shar, anything?
Yeah, I've been hearing about the bits and pieces from the trial. I heard there's a friend. It sounds very shady. That is like, the way that this friend is testifying just makes that you can tell that they're not a good friend of Meg's. And then I heard like, I guess Tory Lanez is that what's his name? That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Tory Lanez is he had brought his child to court, try to make him look like the good guy. That's what I've heard.
Okay. All right, cool. So look, let's just all get caught. Let's just get caught up. Okay. Let's just get caught up real quickly. So that's just me. All right. So boom. Let's do this.
You heard the bombshell from this morning. Let me catch you up on the rest of Kelsey's testimony. They asked her, how are you feeling? She said, I don't want to be here. They asked her, what's triggering you? She said, quote, lies from Megan. She was asked, what lies? That I betrayed her, that I am a bad friend, that I took hush money. Was asked, how do you feel about the allegation that you shot Megan? She said, that's ridiculous. She was asked, how did you meet Tory Lanez? Me and Meg both met him at the same time at a Rock Nation brunch. She continued that after they met, Meg wanted to hook Tory up with Kelsey, that did happen, that Kelsey and Tory were engaged in an intimate relationship, that Kelsey got COVID, went back to Texas, and during the time she was back at Texas, having left LA, Tory and Meg started getting it on. They talked about the night of the incident. They got to Kylie Jenner's house around 3 to 4 p.m. She was a great witness, by the way. She answered everything extremely knowledgeably, extremely truthfully. I believe every word she said. She never seemed like she was trying to hide something, except when she pled the fifth, of course. Now, she's clarified this was not a party. Those were just people hanging out. There was maybe 5 or 6 people before Tory got there. There was a lot of alcohol. She said at one point she did pass out. When she woke up, Tory was there. They were all in the pool. They were having fun. She confirmed a lot of the speculation. Tory was hooking up or trying to hook up, flirting with Kylie in the pool. Meg was very agitated, trying to leave with Tory. Tory did not want to leave. She contradicted Meg's testimony. Meg said, I don't remember ever leaving once and then coming back. Kelsey testified they all got in the car. They left without Tory. As they were going, Meg is rambling, being just weird, and then says, I forgot my slipper. Let's go back. They all go back to get her slipper. Then they grab Tory. Kelsey didn't go in at that point when they went back. But when they came out, Meg came out with Tory, and Meg said to Kelsey, bitch, Kylie told us it's time for us to go. Tory drops the bombshell that he had been hooking up with Meg. Kelsey did not know this. The first time she learned this is in that car. That's when the argument ensues. That's when just lots of arguing is going back and forth. The prosecutor really tried to pin it down and make it look like the argument was only between Tory and Meg, and Kelsey was adamant that everybody was arguing with each other. It was a mess. She confirmed that Meg was dissing Tory's career and his skills as an artist. This stuff all crescendoed. The prosecutors asked her about, was there ever a threat made by Tory to shoot? She said yes. Prosecutor asked her, what's the context? She said, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. You can only invoke your fifth if the testimony that you are compelled to give will incriminate you, meaning that the context around the threat, if Meg will not tell us, if Kelsey tells us, it would incriminate her.
All right. So, what you think?
Meg's not the only savage.
Oh my God, this dude, he's still run.
I think Kelsey's a bad friend. That's what I think.
Yeah.
What? How? Hold on. Wait. How do you get that she's a bad friend? If this is the truth, if she's telling the truth, how is Kelsey a bad friend?
She shot somebody. She's a bad friend.
I don't think she's telling the truth, honestly, from what was just shared. I don't think she's telling the truth.
Who? So who do you think is telling the truth?
Kelsey started off with, I don't want to be here. So at that point, she's going to make the story sound like Meg is the bad guy.
Well, I took it as with everything that they're saying, it looks like she had a more active role in it. So it seemed if I'm taking all this in, it sounds like they're fucking fighting over a fucking dude, which is fucking stupid. And then if she's invoking her Fifth Amendment right, it sounds like she was the shooter or told somebody to shoot or did something, and she's gonna go incriminate herself that she had something to do with it. So if that's true, that means she's a bad friend.
Exactly.
All right. So cool. So look, we got more information. I'm not done. I'm loaded up today. So let's go.
And it gets crazier. We are on a 15-minute break. Got to get back into the courtroom very quickly. I sat at 12 o'clock directly in Kelsey's line of vision. I watched her testify. I watched her deny that Tory threatened to shoot her. I watched her confess that she lied to the police when she said that. The reason why she was lying to the police, the investigators, is because she wanted to protect herself. OMG. The rest of the testimony that we just saw in the after lunch session was a prosecutor holding on for dear life to a recording between her, a police investigator, and another LA County prosecutor, and Kelsey, and just replaying that recording and saying, Kelsey, didn't you say this? And Kelsey saying, I did. Kelsey, is that true? And Kelsey saying, no, I lied. Did the LA County prosecutors give Kelsey immunity? I think so. They did, didn't they? That's what I reported this morning. That's what I saw in this courtroom. Does Kelsey sound like a believable witness? No. Is Tory Lanez accusing her of being the shooter? Yes. I'll tell you something. That jury, most of them, it looked like they had their mind made up. I don't know which way, but they saw that person say that I lied about all that to protect myself. They're going to hear that there was gunshot residue on her.
All right. So, what do you guys think about that?
I'm sticking to everything I said. I don't trust Kelsey. She sounds shady as fuck. I'm with him. I wouldn't now that she has admitted that she's lied, I don't believe anything she's saying at this point.
But my thing is this is my thing. If I am spitballing over here,
okay,
she had something to do with it because that's the only reason why you get immunity. But
incriminate yourself. Yeah.
But she's also not saying anything because other people are involved, and it might, and it might be, like it might be Tory as well too, and that's why she's saying, hey, I'm pleading the fifth, because if she divulges the information, she's gonna incriminate somebody else. Because if you have immunity, why do you need to plead the fifth as well too?
Yeah, I think she has something to do with it also. Yeah. I definitely think.
And she's still covering for somebody.
Yeah, she's either covering for herself or Tory. I don't know which one.
Well, she's scot free for herself because she has immunity. So she's also covering for someone else.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, one more, and then we're done, and then we'll move on to just a general discussion. Here we go.
We are done. Kelsey is not done. She will be back tomorrow for another day of testimony. In fact, the opening direct examination by the prosecution of Kelsey started in the morning. It's still not finished. It's going to continue to tomorrow, and then we'll get cross-examination. Let me catch you up on what happened. Kelsey testified that everything that she had told prosecutors and investigators before, suggesting that Tory had shot at Meg, was a lie. That she did it, why? To protect herself. Why was she protecting herself? She didn't want to incriminate herself. And then there was this back and forth exchange that just kept going on. They were saying the same thing to each other. I don't know why the judge allowed it. The prosecutor's like, why? She's like, to protect myself. Why? To protect herself from what? And she just kept saying, to protect myself. Finally, they moved on. Prosecutor's story basically comes down to this. They're introducing evidence that Kelsey seems to deny, but then doesn't seem to deny, as far as Tory making offers to say, hey, I'll give you this money when they're in the car and the police are coming up behind them and there's a helicopter overhead. Tory's like, yo, I'll give you $1 million. Don't say anything. And she's like, I didn't take that. I didn't know what he was talking about. And then there's another meeting that happens later on between Tory and her. And she says, I didn't take any money. But she, at the same time, doesn't deny that offers were made. The other part that prosecutors are using and hanging their hat on are messages after the shooting where Kelsey is communicating with other people, including a key text message where Kelsey says, Tory shot Meg. That was sent to Meg's security guard. For the cross-examination, what I'm looking and expecting for the defense to do is basically pin Kelsey as the shooter. They're going to start with the gunshot residue. They're going to say she's got gunshot residue on her. And then they're going to start pointing out to all, and there are so many, I don't even think you can cover them all, of the inconsistencies in the stories between Meg and Kelsey. One of the biggest inconsistencies that I can't make any sense of is Meg says that she was out of the car alone. Kelsey says, no, we were both out of the car. She said that today in court. We were both out of the car when the shots happened. Kelsey vehemently denied that she saw any type of shooting, and she kind of kept saying that there were just gunshots that went off. She did not admit how. I think a juror is going to go one of two ways. A juror is going to look at this and say she's been paid off, she's lying for Tory, and Tory's a criminal mastermind, guilty. I think a juror might look at it and say she's trying to protect herself from incriminating herself about being involved in this shooting. And so she's lying, and maybe she's the shooter, and that's enough for me to say reasonable doubt the prosecution hasn't met their burden. We shall see. This case is not ending anytime soon. Stay tuned.
Okay, so that's the last of it. All right, so I will pass it off to you guys, then I'll go.
That's it. That exactly what he said is how I feel. I feel like with all these details, Tory threatened her or something and said, you better not go in the courtroom and say I did it. And she feels at danger right now. Whatever he said to her, she can't say too much because she feels like she's going to get caught up. And yeah, that's my stance on it.
Okay.
Like I said, I think she has a bigger role in it than, which is why she got immunity. Because if you're gonna plead the fifth anyway, then you wouldn't need immunity. And even though that she got use immunity, which pretty much means anything that she testifies, like she could sing like a canary, and they can't use anything she says against her. They would have to go find new evidence as well. So it could be a 2-and-2 thing. Like I said, she was involved, but also Tory has her afraid for her life as well too. So she's afraid of outside forces, not just him. But I do believe that she had a pretty big role in it.
Okay, all right. These are two very interesting takes. I'm not in that. Like, first of all, I don't think Tory Lanez like to mob boss. I don't think he's like out here like capable of threatening someone to the point like or making a threat like come to fruition. Secondly, she has immunity. Like, if you want to talk, like you said, now it's the time to talk. And then my thing is, which a clip I sent you guys, but I didn't play, was because I played it in an earlier video, is because she walked in and immediately asked for immunity. I don't know too many other people that do that unless you have some portion of guilt. If when you walk in and that means you know the story that's in your head, the recount of whatever really happened, you're partially guilty of. Which leads me to more so thinking like they like there was some type of wrestling over a firearm. They had to be, because if she's outside, as she said, when the gunshots went off, that means she was really, really close to the gun. Really close. There's no way like you're just standing in the middle of the street and you just get gunshot residue on you just because somebody's shooting. That's not how that works. You have to be within a certain space. So she had to be really close. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it. Now, does this mean like Tory's innocent? No. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say he's innocent. But at the same time, I think that's why the prosecution added the third charge of negligent discharge, because they knew they couldn't prove intent. Like, I think this whole event, like, my true take is it was unintentional. Like, nobody meant to shoot Megan. I think there was just a lot going on. People were drunk. one comment had me crying. It was like everybody was drunk, high off coke. You know what I'm saying? Like on Molly. Like, what do you think happens? Like, I'm surprised it didn't happen at Kylie's house. I was like, okay. I was like, got a good point.
Because the gun was left in the car. That's why she's like, no guns allowed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're not gonna walk in the Kylie house with a gun. You're not walking around the Kardashians with a gun, unless you're security. Like this is not happening. This is not. I just don't see it because they already have security, like all the time. I think they're always filming. Like, aren't they always filming?
That's probably the other reason why it wasn't done in there, because everything's all filmed. Because then we would know who did it and who got.
Yep. My other thought process is like, what was she really thinking? What was she really doing? Like, because there's a witness statement. The number one witness, his statement is that the two women got to fighting outside the car.
Yeah, which is in line with their story, because it seems like they were fucking fighting over Tory, and then so Tory's like, oh, guess what? I'm hooking up with Megan anyway. And then it seems like she was like, why are you trying to hook me up with some guy that you're already smashing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it seems like they were fighting over a guy, and even if Tori is not a mastermind, it's the fact that it seems like because she's able to divulge all the information in her case, that means that's evidence that they found through the case, that they can't try her for that because she has use immunity, which means and that's what makes me believe that she's obviously covering for someone else as well, because she's covered, but then she's not going to say anything that could further incriminate her even though she has immunity, because it could implicate somebody else and they could use that testimony.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair too.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether Tory had the gun initially, or I said this earlier, if they were fighting, because Kelsey's fingernails is on the ground, her jewelry's on the ground, she's bleeding, and she has jewelry, she's bleeding, and something else. There's some. Oh yeah, and her strap to her top is like ripped. It's ripped. It's torn. So I know niggas. When you get your ass beat, you typically like, oh, you mad still? You go grab the gun. Like that's just typically what happens. People get mad. They go back to the car. They go grab the gun. Yeah, who tough now? Like, you know, and yeah, that could be a thing too. And they just wrestled over it.
Regardless, Kelsey has something to do with this.
Yes,
she's a bad friend,
and she's a bad friend. Yeah,
I'm still trying to understand, how is she a bad friend if Megan fucked her dude? Like,
I'm not saying Megan's a good friend. I'm just saying she's a bad friend. I'm just saying that.
So what part makes her a bad friend? Because she wanted to shoot her after she got her ass beat?
She shot the bitch. That's what makes her a bad friend. And then she's fucking lying about it.
But she also started off her testimony with, I don't want to be here. Like, if you're my friend and you're on trial and you have to give details, I don't give a damn if you want to be there or not. You play your part. Like, why would you say that?
But here's the thing. It's not about playing your part. It's about telling the truth. It's about.
I understand it, but she's already admitted that she's been lying. Shit.
Yeah, that's right. She's a bad friend.
But Megan already admitted that she lied.
No, but she was lying to the police. She's like, oh, this and that too. They say it like that too, and put Megan out there. She a bad friend.
Everybody's been lying at this point. There's nobody that's telling the truth.
Just because everybody's lying does not mean that you get an excuse. That it doesn't make you a good friend. You're still a bad friend.
No. But I'm just no. So wait. So what do y'all want? Do y'all want Kelsey to like fully just be in Meg's corner? Is that what she's supposed to do?
She should have told the truth from the beginning. That's being a good friend, and she didn't. So she a bad friend, and she's still lying.
So that's what y'all want. Y'all wanted her to tell the truth from the beginning, so we don't get to this point.
Pretty much, be a good friend.
Yeah.
So
be a good person. Being a good friend and be a good person.
Okay, so Kelsey, woman that's pregnant with child, because it's supposed to just come right out and tell the truth.
Yeah, and unless
and go to jail.
if
Because
this goes,
it seemed like the way she asked for immunity, she's just going to jail.
yeah,
I'm saying shit at this point. I
So?
mean,
Damn, y'all
Same.
different. Y'all different.
we're saying be a good friend,
Y'all is different.
be a good person.
Y'all different. Okay, so
Hell, or guess what? I got a better thing. Just walk away. If you're upset about shit like that too, walk away. Because I will say there's no chick, no dude's even fucking worth it. Just walk away. Because guess what? Now she has to go cry for immunity, and the thing gets use immunity. So then if they go find something else, they're gonna get her ass anyway too. So
yeah, I know the persecution is like pissed though, because they probably just in there just like, because it ain't been the easy, like their opening statements the way okay, so first of all, like, so from the jump, the opening statements, right? Megan contradicted something that was in the opening statement. Okay, to be fair, the opening statement contradicted Megan's interview that she did where she said she wasn't intimate with Tory. And then Megan contradicted a narrative that they put in the story or whatever about how the events went. Then you have Kelsey just basically taking a freaking nuke to everything that they was already building. And it's like, where do you go from it? Because my thing is, I'm looking forward to on the next witness should be the driver, and the one after that should be the witness that saw them fighting. And I think that witness that saw them fighting might be able to finally put, like, once you get him and the driver's perspective, actually like bring this story whole in a way, because the part we're missing is what happened when y'all got out the car.
yeah.
That's what we're missing. That's it. That's the only part we're missing. Because two out of the three people, so out of Meg, Tory, and Kelsey, they agree that we went to Kylie's house. We had drinks. We left. Oh, also a part that was left out was Megan and Kelsey left originally, but came back.
Mm-hmm.
They left originally and came back. So that was something that was left out. But of that story, I had to go somewhere else to get it. With that, and then they left again after all the bags were put in the car. Left with Tory's driver. For some reason, they were convinced that Tory's driver would leave without him. That wasn't finna happen. They were trying to tell him to leave. He wouldn't leave. It's Tory's driver. Duh. They left. Obviously, all this stuff happens, but we don't know what happened. Like, y'all start arguing. You get out the car. What happened outside the car? And then where did this gun come from? That's it. That's really it.
Tory,
Where did the gun come from? Who had it? Whose gun is it? Because it's not Tory, because he got a charge for having a firearm that's not his.
Or is it his?
No, it's unregistered. But okay, it could.
There we go.
Okay, could it be? Hey, I got you. Hey, I like that. It could be. He could have an unregistered firearm. That's fair. But yeah. Like there's just a lot of unanswered questions, and that's just what we need. Whose firearm is it? Where did it come from? And
Tory.
who the fuck pulled this shit out like a dummy?
Mm-hmm.
Because if there was no firearm involved, this would have went away. It would have disappeared. It's only because y'all went to the rich people's neighborhood and start firing off 5 rounds. Who does that?
People who can't control their temper and bad friends.
Yeah,
Damn.
all that.
And the re-emphasis, bad friends. So, okay. How do y'all think this is gonna go? How do y'all think this is gonna end? And we'll close.
Well, now that she admitted that she's been lying, I don't know. She might have some time.
I think right now, if I had to guess, I would say that I think they got reasonable doubt. I think Tory might get off. And then they're gonna go look for new evidence to go get Kelsey.
That's
If I had to guess right now,
that's possible, but this yeah, that's possible. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate as fuck. I really just want this to be done. Like I'm really done with this. Like I was done with it a long time ago, and I said to myself, you know what? I'm not making no more video. Like no matter what came out after I made the first couple I did, I was like, no matter what happens, I'm not making anything else. But now since we're on a fact finding mission, I was like, yeah, I might want to go ahead and make some videos. But I really I think that that one Megan should just straight up say she didn't see him shoot him. That's one. She didn't see it.
Yeah, but she's already.
But she already said it. But the way that she said it,
yeah.
Well, the thing is, trauma plays stuff on there too, so she probably has to go over the event again too, because when shit's happening to you, sometimes you could feel like you saw something, and especially when people were saying other stuff too. So we just have to go in there, and whether she's lying on purpose, lying on accident, whatever like that too. When stuff happens to you, you have to remember that you're often not the most credible witness, because along with the facts becomes the trauma. And
that's fair.
So I think unfortunately someone else has to come forward.
Okay, so yeah. That I agree. I agree with what you just said, because she said when she looked, she didn't see Kelsey, but when the shots were fired, if Kelsey's right there to get gunshot residue, you have to see her. Like that was my only problem with Meg's testimony, was like, if you got gunshot residue on you, you're near a gun. You're really close. Like you're really, really close. Like no matter what, there's no way you're not seeing somebody else if they have gunshot residue on them.
But who says that when she saw the gun, maybe Megan just turned away, and then she didn't see who pulled the trigger? But that's just me playing.
But I mean, that's inconsistent with her own testimony. I'm just saying what she said.
Saying that trauma though. That trauma. I'm already taking out her.
That's fair too. But I mean, this is court though. Court don't give a damn about trauma. It's with whatever you prove and whatever you say.
Yeah.
But I just want. I really would prefer if Kelsey just straight up said, "What the fuck happened?" Honestly, skip both of them. Tory, get on the damn stand. What the fuck actually happened?
I plead the fifth. But I climbed that tree to get that Megan Thee Stallion though.
Man, he got both. Kelsey fine too though. Like I was telling somebody that earlier. I said, Kelsey ain't no slouch, bruh. Like Kelsey fine too. Like I would have been like, look. I don't get Meg. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Cool. I got Kelsey though. Kelsey look good. Kelsey look good. One of my friends told me she got a strong ass face, and I said, "Yo, I don't give a damn. Like what her facial features, how strong or not strong they are. Like her body though.
Too bad her friendship ain't strong though. Shit.
Man, shoot. Well, whatever Tory Lanez had them on was strong, because this shouldn't have happened. Like, how y'all do this to each other over Tory? Yeah. like when you look at me,
he got the magic stick. He could hit once, he could get twice. He got
Oh my god. Oh wow. Okay.
That's all I have. So I'm ready to wrap up. I don't
all
know
right,
what Char's
cool.
doing.
So that's all I got. Either you got anything you guys got going on that yo, are we going to the opening of Nintendo World? Is that something we doing?
Oh, we might. I'm waiting for them to let me know about the early stuff. Hey, Char, I know you're the goddess of DC, but if you want to come out here to to LA Universal, we're down in February.
Yeah.
Our weather's actually nicer than your weather during that time. So
oh yeah, we gonna be nice. Like
just run out there, Char.
Gotcha.
Mhm. Yep. But with that said, hey, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna plug my friend real quick at the end here because I owe that obligation. Because I forgot. It was supposed to happen earlier. I forgot, but I'm gonna plug her, and then that's it. Hey, we good.
What's up, guys? My name is Megan, and I help people move to China. If you like free healthcare, free transportation, and a free place to stay, and also traveling abroad, hit me up. My name is Megan, and I'm rocking with Homeroom with Smooth.